What's up, ring slingers? It's the Emerald Enthusiast, the co-host of the Emerald Echo podcast. Here with a look at the McFarlane DC Multiverse Collector Edition action figure of the one and only Sinestro. Let's have a quick look at the packaging. There's a partial window on the top, product information on the bottom. On the side, it says Sinestro, and it specifies that this is from the Sinestro Core War. This is number 6 in the series. On the opposite side, we get another partial window, and it says Sinestro. And on the back, we get some really cool artwork of Sinestro in action. But it's the figure's positioning within the packaging that I'd like to address. I am so happy because you can see the entire figure, including his feet. All of the accessories have been positioned here to the side, and Sinestro, even though he's not exactly front and center, he is obviously the focus of the packaging, and that makes me so happy. This is how it's done, and keep it up, Toddfather. And now it's time to bust this figure out of the package and see what's inside. Let's have a look at accessories now. And of course, this comes with the DC logo peg base. We also get these construct chains, and this reminds me of a variant cover from Volume 5, number 23. That was from the story Lights Out, which was in 2013 after Sinestro Core War, but this looks very similar to the construct on that cover. We also get the Sinestro Core Power Battery, and overall, I'm very satisfied with this. Again, I wish that these batteries weren't completely translucent, but overall, I've been satisfied so far with the sculpting on the batteries for the Lantern figures. And of course, we get this trading card on the base with the DC logo. And this trading card is in much better shape than some of the other trading cards that I've gotten with McFarlane figures. And to make sure that it stays in good shape, I took it out of the base and put it in this penny sleeve and top loader. The back of the card features a brief bio of Sinestro. If you'd like to read this, please pause the video and do so now. And here we see Thal Sinestro, the former Green Lantern, now the archenemy of the Green Lantern Corps, out of the package and ready to spread fear as only he can. I am very excited to own this figure, although I do have a couple of minor criticisms, so let's take a closer look at the loose details now. This figure features a yellow and black color scheme that is representative of the uniform that was introduced in Sinestro Core War. There is texturing throughout the uniform, and the gauntlets, boots, and the silver section on the hips are all very glossy. The skin is a deep pink shade, and the expression on the face is one of resolution and menace. The long limbs and the body mold are accurate to the depictions of Sinestro that we've seen in the comics. I do have some minor gripes with the head sculpt, which I will get to later, but overall the sculpting detail on this figure is magnificent. McFarlane really hit the mark with this ring. This is exactly what I wanted to see. The size, sculpting, and paint application are all excellent. McFarlane did an excellent job with the Sinestro Core symbol on this figure. You can actually see it here on the top of the battery. And here is the Sinestro Core chest symbol, and this is absolutely perfect. You can clearly see that this is a sculpted symbol with very intricate paint applications, and I'm very thankful for the way that this looks. Here's a look at the head sculpt, and there is a lot to like here. I won't deny that. The paint applications on the mustache, the eyes, and the eyebrows are all excellent. McFarlane also did a great job with these chiseled cheekbones. Here's a look at the hair. I like the way that has been done as well. It's a slicked back, no nonsense cut, and that's very fitting for Sinestro. My biggest issue here is with the size of the forehead. Sinestro should have a very prominent forehead. He certainly had that in Sinestro Core War, as well as some more wrinkles sculpted into the brow. And it's just jarring to see Sinestro with a human type of head shape. Here is the figure with the construct chains and pincers, and this is very eye-catching, as you can see. You'll likely have to work with this accessory a little to get it balanced on the arm, but once it's there, I really like how aggressive and lethal this looks. In terms of articulation, there's this midfoot hinge. The ankle moves backward and forward. There's a minor amount of pivoting here, although it does swivel from side to side. There are double jointed knees, and you can get him into a good running pose, although this gap makes the knee look a little weird when it's articulated. In terms of the hip joints, you can get the figure to kick forward this far, so that could have been a little bit better, although he does step back, and that's always helpful for a ring slinging pose. His legs actually go out to the sides much further than I thought they would, so you can get him into a deep side kicking pose. The waist pivots back and forth, although I think mine is a little tighter than it should be. You can get him to rock back this far, so that is very helpful for a flying pose. And he crunches forward this much. And we have some upper torso swiveling here, as you can see. He has these butterfly joints in the shoulders, and you can see just how well those work. This is outstanding movement. You can get the arms to do a 360 at the shoulders. You can raise the shoulders up this much, so you can get him into the big power pose, and I'm very thankful for that. He has rotation at the wrists, and so that's very helpful for a good ring slinging pose. He has double jointed elbows, as you can see demonstrated here. The head moves easily from side to side, and he can also look up really far. That is so impressive and very helpful for a flying pose. He doesn't look down all that well, although he does have head tilting, and look at how magnificent that looks. It really gives the figure attitude, and that is just perfect for Sinestro. I hope you have enjoyed this review. If so, please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for some articulation shots, and also remember to catch me on the Emerald Echo podcast, which is part of Multiverse Musings, the vidcast, and that's available right here on YouTube. And please, tell all of your friends about this channel. I would certainly appreciate it. And I'll be back with more Green Lantern-related content soon. But until we meet again, this has been the Emerald Enthusiast, and thanks for watching.